Hello, I'm Mario, and today's video I want to talk about the tires that I have here on my Chevy Colorado. So these are not the stock size tires that came with the truck, and in order to accommodate these 33-inch tires, I needed to do some changes to the truck. What I have here are the Toto Open Country, and the size is 255/85 on a 16-inch rim. So this is a 2020 Chevy Colorado, and I believe in 2021 they did not offer the 16-inch steel wheels, and I think it was only 17-inch. So this truck was a WT, so the base models are not available after 2020, and so even if you purchased a WT, I believe it would still come with the 17-inch wheels. So that's just something worth noting. And then the other thing worth noting is that these tires are extremely narrow. And I'm not certain what the offset is on this steel wheel, but the tire sits very close, very inboard. And so it's not, I mean, it does not extend out beyond the wheel well at all. When I purchased this truck, it did not have the wheel flares as you see here. So this is a factory wheel flare. So it's a GM product, and so I ordered it after the fact. And what that did was it allowed me to go ahead and trim out parts of the front fenders. So I didn't make any trimming or any modifications to the rear wheel wells. At least with these rims, it seems to accommodate it fairly well, and I'll go over where I think it might be lacking in clearance. But as far as the trimming, what I ended up doing was trimming the fender here, and with that, what happens then is I can heat the plastic wheel flare and then kind of conform it to the new dimensions of the fender. And when I say I should be more accurate. I didn't do the work myself. I was traveling, I was in Ohio, and what they ended up doing, which was a really good idea, was instead of cutting it, we ended up rolling back the metal. And so with a little bit of heat and patience and time, it really worked out well, and I haven't had any issues with the paint chipping or flaking back or anything. It's the longevity of it. I've been very happy with that technique. And those aren't really the only modifications that were necessary to accommodate this size tire, which literally is 33 inches tall, and that's definitely a solid inch or a little bit more than an inch taller than the stock size tire. So at any rate, what I'm getting at is that I needed to install a ReadyLift SST 3.5 kit. So they advertise that as a 3.5 inch lift in the front, and it comes complete with blocks for the rear leaf springs, but I did not install the blocks, and what I ended up doing was simply adding a leaf spring into the system. And in fact, I added two leaf springs, two custom molded leaf springs to the existing factory leaf pack, which that gave me a solid 2-inch lift. And as you can see, there's not a lot of space towards the rear side of the wheelhouse here, but it does seem to clear just fine. Now, with the exception is on the very innermost part, it does rub up against the sway bar. And going back to the SST kit, there are different parts that help this whole system work. So the SST by ReadyLift, that kit, well, specifically the 3.5 kit for the Chevy Colorado, it comes with upper control arms and front differential drop, and also a drop for the sway bar. So everything seems to be working really good. I haven't necessarily gone through extremely rough terrain, but I have taken it off-road, and it seems to be doing very well, and that's carrying a a good amount of weight with me here, pretty much close to max on the front and rear axles. I also use this for towing a 4,500 pound, it's over 4,000 pounds trailer when I have it fully loaded. And so this has been working very well for me. I'm really happy with the Toyo tires. I don't really have anything to compare them to, but they've been working well for me. And I haven't had too many, well, I haven't had really any issues. I haven't, like I said, I haven't put it through a lot of tests, but I was concerned about the tires being as narrow as they are, and I haven't had any issues with that as of yet. Again, this is a Chevy Colorado. It's a 2020 Chevy Colorado with the WT trim, meaning it's a work truck trim level. And in order to get this size tire on here, it wasn't super easy. So definitely the off-the-shelf kit from ReadyLift, that was a huge factor and a huge benefit. But as I mentioned, the trimming was necessary, and as you can see, I'm not contending with the front bumper either. So this bumper is aftermarket, and the guys at Nut House Industries in Ohio, they were, well, imaginative, and they did a good job with the existing liner and carried that over forward and into the bumper, and I think that's been a huge benefit. As I mentioned, I've been enjoying these tires, and I think I plan on buying another set of these. I've had these for several thousand. I don't really know how many miles exactly, but I have rotated them a couple of times, and when I do rotate them, what I do is I take the rear tires and I just move those straight forward, and then what I do is for the front axle, when I move that to the back, I flip them. So I take the front passenger and put it on the rear driver, vice versa. So yeah, rear axle straight forward, front axle when I move it back, just flip them around. And yeah, so I'm not trying to explain how everybody else should do their tire rotation, and I'm not saying everybody else should buy these tires or anything like that. I'm just communicating with everybody else, you know, what I did and how it's been working out for me. And so thus far, I've been pretty happy. I got several other videos out there about the ReadyLift, but as far as the company ReadyLift and their product, it seems like a solid product, and I'm glad I had an off-the-shelf answer for this. I was so I don't know what other suspension modifications. This has been working a lot better than I expected when I took the first baby steps on modding the truck. So at any rate, you're probably wondering where I am exactly, and so I'm in Texas, and directly over there is Mexico. But yeah, let's jump in the truck and I don't know, drive on down there just for a few minutes. Yeah, I'll just drive a little bit. So there's a lake directly off this direction here, and that's kind of cool to check out. We can go check it out. But yeah, the Rio Grande is dammed up right here, and I am at Falcon Lake. We'll head on down over here to the lake. All right, well, that pretty much sums it up. I mean, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I mentioned, I just wanted to just share with you guys about the tires and, you know, how they fit. They don't really rub. The rear axle's been working out. I have no blocks in the rear axle, just thicker leaf spring pack, and that gave me the lift I needed, and yeah, you know, a higher spring rate. And I've just been really enjoying the truck in general. I've been really happy with it. So yeah, just wanted to share the information about the tires. If you have any questions or comments, you know, let me know. Like I mentioned, you know, if you guys can inform me on a different opinion about something, or if you think I did something wrong, let me know. I'm eager to hear it. So, all right, everyone, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.